All right, so in that question, it asks you about the use of columns and whether it's correct or incorrect, okay? You said it's correct because it's before a list, right? But the mistake you did here is that you can't use a column directly after a verb, okay? Even if it's before a list. I know that you want to put a column before a list, and that is totally fine. But just make sure that the sentence before the column, like before this column over here, okay, is a complete sentence, and it doesn't end in a verb. But what if it ends in a verb? What do? We just remove the column, okay? So if you want to make a list and your sentence ends in a verb, just remove the colon and it will be correct as well. Just put the commas between the items in the list, and that's gonna be it. Do you get it now, Lily?
Yes.
Okay, great. I think you did awesome. Let's check somebody else here. Oopsie. And again, I'm not checking to brag about somebody or like to berate anybody. Okay, what about retail? Okay, for retail, why is the last comma used in line 15? You said it's for additional information while it was before a coordinating conjunction. I think this one was before the word for, so you'll have to be aware of this, okay? Anything else? Oh, okay, over here. That's with the semicolon. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at this semicolon and see if it's used correctly or incorrectly. All right? The documentary explored several ecological zones in different countries. Here, there is no need for punctuation at all. Okay? Because we use a semicolon for what reason? To join two main clauses, right? So is this a main clause, Ritel? Does it contain a
No,
subject and a verb? No, it's not. So in
no.
this way, we can't use a semicolon here, okay?
Okay.
All right. E as well. So you probably have a problem with semicolons. I'll send you another packet just for the semicolons, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Because I think it's the only mistake that you have. Okay, what about this one? Okay, these are the effects of punctuation. Okay, Mia dismissed our cots as mere remnants of the past, remnants of some long forgotten army. So, as you can see here, we have got an effect of, wait, it relates to this one, to the repetition. Exactly. What sentence structure technique is used here? This is repetition, and that's correct. Okay. But what effect does it create? It creates not suspense, but emphasizes the information. So, guys, suspense is when we use the one word sentence. Do you remember? Like, she walked, dot, alone, dot. So, if you find one word in a sentence on its own, that's for creating suspense. If you find a short sentence, it's also for suspense. But the repetition is gonna be to emphasize information, to make sure that you understand this info is important, okay? So the effect here is to emphasize information. But what about this one? Does anybody remember? How do we engage the reader with friendly language? This is very tricky. What
With
structure?
elision.
By the use of?
Elision.
Exactly. Good job. Who was that? Lily, right? Kudos. All right. So we engage the reader with friendly language by the use of elision. That's like if we remove some words from the sentence, like going to the store, coming. So it's like friendly language without the use of full sentences or using complete sentences. Okay, after this session, I'm going to send you a detailed report of like what lessons you should revise again if you need to. And I'll send you a packet about like this specific lesson to revise again, and then a worksheet to answer even more questions about it, okay? And we'll do that whenever we have quizzes. But for today, we have a writing session. This is gonna be our first writing session. So let's get started with it. Okay, guys, I want you to open up your books on page number 165. 165. So, guys, today we are going to study two types of writing, okay? Two types of writing today. All right, the first one is nonfiction, which is the recount writing. Okay, how about 164 first?
Page what?
164. Hello, Dima.
Hi.
Hello. So we are getting started with the writing today. Today is the first session that we do writing, okay? And we're doing two types of writing. The first one is gonna be nonfiction. The second one is fiction, okay? The first one is going to be about recount writing. Have you heard about recounts before? Have you done them
Yes, I
before?
did.
Great. Okay, so we'll review. This is, as you know, this is a revision campus. So yeah, we are going to review the features first, read an example, and then write one of our own here in the class. And then we'll move on to the other genre, which is going to be nonfiction. We'll do the same. We'll review the features. I'm going to provide you with an example. We'll read it as a sample first, analyze it, and then write our own. And of course, as homework, you'll have to write both types of texts, okay? Right, let's get started with this one. If you can, all of you, please turn on your cameras, because Mr. Nurhan will need to check if all of you are focused. Everybody, please, yes. There you go. This is pretty important, so nobody can zone out or something, okay? All right, let's get started with this. A recount writing basically is like retelling a story, okay? Like you went somewhere and did something, and then you want to tell everybody about how your trip was. Okay, so when you retell us about what you have done before or any trip that you have gone on to, that's gonna be a recount, basically, that's it. So again, a recount is whenever you tell us about a trip you went on to, okay? So there are some certain features that you have to follow while writing a recount. Like for example, it has to have chronological order. What does chronological order mean? It means time order. Yani you have to mention the things that happened first, and then the things that happened later, and then the things that happened at the end. You get it? So the recount writing should be structured in chronological order, following the sequence of events as they occurred. So it has to tell the sequence of events as they happened, okay? Right. So again, what does chronological order mean? Mahmoud? Yes, Mahmoud?
Master, sorry, but I
Chronological
haven't
I'm asking
means
about what
that
is chronological order.
done the internet.
So Ritel,
it
are you
means when
still joining from
you
the same device or what?
Like I have a problem and I join now, so I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay. That's Maha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Maha. So we're beginning to read the features first of the recount writing, okay? And after reading the features and studying them, we'll read a sample of a recount, and then we'll write one of our own, okay? The first feature of a recount,
Okay, thank
and
you.
again, I just said that the recount, all right, yeah, I'll say again because you just joined. Okay, but let's get quick. A recount is retelling a story of what happened to you before. Like you went somewhere, okay, you visited like a museum or something, and you want to tell us how you felt about it. So basically, you're describing your feelings and how you felt while visiting the different rooms in this museum, okay, or this place, whatever it is. So the features are, first one is chronological order. You must retell the things in the time order, okay? Secondly, it must be from the first person point of view. What does first person point of view mean? It means you will have to use the pronouns I or we, okay? You have to tell it again by using the pronouns I or we because you have to include yourself in the story. Like talk about yourself, not other people. All right, guys, you get it? Is it all clear so far?
Yes.
Great. Okay, Mr. Han, please, can you text Yatizaz again with the link? Alrighty. The third one is going to be the past tense. Of course, we are
I
telling.
sent it.
Yeah, great. So we're telling about something that happened before, right? So of course we'll have to use the past tense. Of course, it only makes sense here. So recount writing is usually written in the past tense, as it's describing events that already have happened before. Okay? So far, chronological order, first person point of view, and past tense. Okay? The fourth one is descriptive language. If you are telling us about your trip or the place that you have visited before, then you have to describe it. Okay, you have to describe it to us to make it clear to us so that we can imagine your trip. Okay, it's like you are making it into a movie. We want to see and know how you felt and what did you see there. So descriptive language is about like recount writing should use descriptive language to provide details and sensory information. Sensory information, guys, if you can underline or highlight it in your book, sensory information, it means you're going to use the senses, okay? For example, use the 5 senses, like describe what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've touched, right? What did you smell, taste, maybe? Like if you went to a restaurant
Mister,
and you're retelling,
What should I highlight? What should I highlight?
yeah, over here, sensory information. Okay, this is key here. This is very important. Sensory. I suck at drawing actually, so I'll try to draw an eye, but yeah, it will suck. But whatever. Yeah. So you'll just try to make us know what did you see there, what did you hear, what did you smell. Let me give you examples. If you visited a garden or a place that has an open area, you can say, the smell of the freshly cut grass was stunning. Okay, the landscapes there were awe-inspiring, right? If you describe the sound, you can say, for example, the sound or the beautiful singing of the birds astonished us. Correct? So whatever you do, just describe what you've seen there by using descriptive language. Okay, guys? All right. The next one is sequential connectors. All right, the sequential connectors are very crucial, very, very important. By the way, guys, while we are writing our own recount, we have to use all of these. If we fail to use any of them, we will lose a lot of marks, okay? So these are all of the most important features for the recount. I want you to really focus on them and remember to use them whenever you do a recount writing, okay? Number 5, the sequential connectors. Sequential connectors are the words like first, next, then, and finally. So whenever you're describing your day, how you passed your day or the holiday there at that special place that you wanted to tell us about, say, okay, at first we did this, next we did that, then we did this, and finally we did that. Okay, so like organize the day. This will help with the chronological order if you remember. So this definitely helps with the chronological order, right? It makes it easier for us, as readers, to know what happened first and what happened at the end, right? Okay. Do you all understand so far? Is it all clear? Any questions so far, guys?
I don't really understand this descriptive language.
Okay, descriptive language. Again, descriptive language is basically you describing the place you visited, okay? Like, for example, again, you visited, let's say, a museum, right? So you'll have to tell us all the information. Don't just tell us, okay, we visited the mummy room and then we visited the place, the bazaar to buy some gifts and then we went back home. That's not descriptive, right? Give all of the details. Like how did the statues look like in the museum? How did the portraits look like? Okay? Like give examples and use very descriptive language. Describe everything you saw there. Okay, for example, here, a question about this actually appeared in, I think, last year or the year before. Yeah, it's in 2020, in Checkpoint year 2020. Write a recount of a special event in your life which you enjoyed. It could be about anything, right? You can just think of anything. Or you can do better by studying one and being prepared. You don't actually have to like think on the spot because the time in the exam is very, very like severe. It's not easy. It doesn't give you enough time or like abundance of time to like think and create stuff. Just study an example and write it in the test and that's it. It will make things way easier, okay? Because coming up with new ideas in just 30 minutes and writing it in 2 pages, it's not easy. So by reading a lot of examples and writing and practicing a lot of your own, if any of these come to you in the exam, it will be easy. Okay, I already wrote this before. Let's do it again, and then you'll write it in less than 30 minutes. In this way, guys struggle in the test, by the way, because of the timing. Because they will take more than 30 minutes in reading section, in the first section in Checkpoint, and then they will have less time for writing. That's actually what makes a lot of guys lose a lot of marks, okay? So they'll have like 50
We
minutes
should do
only.
the writing first.
You shouldn't do the writing first. No, you should not. Okay? But only if you've answered it before with me. Or if you've done it in the class at school before. If it's something that you've read about before. Okay? So if you already know it, then of course go ahead because it's already like here in your mind. Just do it, but do it fast. And then move on to the reading. If not, then don't. All right, guys, you get it? Okay, let's move on now to number 6, which is specific details. All right, specific details, you have to tell us the names of the rooms that you visited, okay? The names of the places. When exactly did you arrive there? The time, okay? So give like details like dates, times, locations, like make it like into a real story. Don't just say, okay, we went to the museum. Like what museum? What's its name? Okay? When did you go exactly? So try to be more detailed. All right? Okay, and the next one. Emphasis on the experience. Put a lot more emphasis on your feelings. Your experience is basically what did you feel there? Okay? Let's write next to it here, feelings. That's what I want most from you. So just try to get it that you have to describe your feelings as you did everything. For example, you went to the cafeteria, okay, and you had some coffee there, and it tasted very good. So you'll just say, I tasted the sweet taste of coffee and the smell that was spread all over the room, whatever. So just come up with something and be very descriptive and tell how did you feel about it. Now that we're done with the features, now we'll move on. So those are the 7 features. You will have to memorize these, study them again and again before you do the homework, okay? Now, let's read this. Okay, Maha, could you read the question, please? Ms. Nurhan, could you call Atizaz on the phone?
Mister, can you say for me which question?
Okay, Ms. Nurhan?
I have only
call
like
Atizaz,
emphasize
right?
on the experience.
Yes, yes, Maha. Just read the underlined part first, okay, until here. write a recount. Yeah, read aloud. Yes, honey, read it out loud. I can read it for you for now.
Okay, recount writing.
Yes.
Draft.
You're actually shorting out because of internet problems, I think. I don't know if it's on my part or yours, but you're shorting out. So I'll read it.
Oh, now I have. Now I have.
Okay, okay. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Write a recount of a specific event in your life which
Special
you
event.
enjoyed. It could be about a special occasion or a holiday, a great day out, or something else. Remember to write mainly about yourself. Explain what happened, how you feel, and why.
Okay, great.
22.
So yeah, this appeared on 2022 progression test. Let's see. This is a sample of something that you have done. It was a special day, all right? A special event. Any special event that you went to. Could be somebody's birthday, could be a day that you went out with family or friends or whatever. I wrote here about a music festival. It's just an example. You can, we'll write another one on our own. Yes, Mr. Hen, I just wanted you to call Atizay's mom to make him join, okay? Thanks a lot. All right. So this one talks about treasured memories. Let's see, what are the treasured memories? Yes, last year I had the opportunity to attend a music festival. Yeah, guys. Who's talking again? Actually, I think my
Mister, I
internet is
can't.
not stable.
I see the.
Okay, you guys can hear me clearly, right? Guys, you can hear me clearly, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it tells me that my internet problem is just not very stable. Okay. Just a sec.
Mister, you're lagging a little bit.
I'm lagging, right? I think I am, right? Okay, just a sec. I'll try to change the connection. I'll join
Yes,
in
a
from
little.
another connection, okay? Another network. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What's wrong? Finally. All right, connected. Nice. I think it's smoother now. Everything is better now, right?
Yes, but I can't
Yeah.
still see the screen.
The screen?
I can't see hear you well. Yes.
I think you can do now. All right.
No,
No, not
yeah.
yet.
I'm still lagging, am I? Guys, this is like 4G. I
A
can't
little
get
bit.
the-
Yes, a little bit. A little bit.
Okay. But this is 4G, like I can't get faster connection actually. Okay. Okay, Hayat says we're reviewing the recount today. We just read the features.
Okay,
right?
but why didn't you let me in the session when I was waiting?
Okay, it says Mr. Han sends the link to your mom, okay? And I send it to your sister too.
No one sent me the link.
It's okay.
You just send
fine.
it to.
Maybe after this session, I'll send your number to Mr. Han so that she can send it to you directly. Okay? Maybe you're away
Okay.
from them. All right, great. So this is a sample about a music festival, about a guy who has went there and had a great time, and he's retelling us this story. So it's a recount, right? Let's read about it. It says, last year I had the opportunity to attend a music festival with some of my closest friends. It was an unforgettable experience that I thoroughly enjoyed. The festival was held over a weekend in a beautiful outdoor venue with multiple stages featuring different genres of music. So, the first paragraph in here, in
Should
this
we have
review,
work?
so first paragraph in this recount, you have to tell us two things at least. Who went there and where did it take place? Okay, guys? So you have to say who and where did it take place. You have to tell us the characters and the place. So we know the place is the music festival, right? And we knew who went there. It's this guy with his closest friends. So we know the characters and the place. And we know what happened, right? What is it all about? It's the music festival. Great. On the first day, what do we call this, guys? Anybody remembers? On the first day, what kind of transition is this? What do we call it? You can probably look at the book at the features and tell me.
It's
On the first day, what
sequential
sequential
connectors.
connectors, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. These are the sequential connectors. Good job. On the first day, we arrived early and spent the afternoon exploring the grounds and getting familiar with the layout. As the sun began to set, so this is very specific, right? It tells you where or when things happened. It tells us here when exactly they started to do the next action. So it says at the
Specific.
beginning, when we arrived early and spent the afternoon exploring the place there and getting familiar with the layout. As the sun began to set, the first act took to the stage, like the first band started playing or something in this music festival, and the excitement in the air was palpable, like it was inevident. It was like everywhere. Everybody was so excited. We danced and sang along to the music, feeling the beat of the drums and energy of the crowd. So it tells you exactly what they did there. Okay? The next day, which is another sequential connector, right? On the next day. The next day was just as amazing, with even more acts to see and performances to enjoy. I particularly loved a set by my favorite bands who played some of their classic hits as well as some of new material. It was an incredible feeling to be surrounded by so many people who shared the same love of music.
I can't see the screen.
Nadine, ask for help because I can't control your computer to make you see it. Okay? All right. Next paragraph is throughout the weekend, which is another sequential connector, right? I felt a sense of freedom and exhilaration. I felt excited that I hadn't experienced in a long time. Being able to let loose and enjoy myself with my friends was incredibly cathartic. And I felt reinvigorated by the end of the festival. I felt alive again by the end of the festival. So all of these are very descriptive details, don't you think, Esser? You were the one who asked about the descriptive details. It tells you exactly
Yes.
how they felt, right? It tells you exactly what they did. Okay, so that's it. That's how you do it. We'll try. Of course, it will not happen from the first writing. Maybe from the second it will. So we'll try together. Okay. At the last part, it says looking back at the experience. So this is reflecting back on your experience. This is the last feature, telling us how you felt about it, telling us your feelings. Okay. Looking back at the experience, on the experience, I realized that it made. I realized what made it so special was the combination of great music, a beautiful setting, and the company of my closest friends. It was truly magical weekend I will always cherish in my memories. If you noticed, I highlighted some parts in this text, which I want you to actually now pause for like a minute or two, and then highlight the same things in your book, please. Or maybe I will take a screenshot and send it to you, send it to Mr. Nurhan to send you guys, because these things that I highlighted, they can be in any recount. You can basically rewrite the same one, just take out music festival and write whatever they give you in the test. Okay? We'll try to write one about maybe like a museum. Okay? We'll write one about a museum with the highlighted parts, and we'll just change the things that are not highlighted. Yeah, anybody has any questions so far? Nadine, now you can see the screen.
I really don't understand the writing.
Okay, Adam, I'll get back to you. Nadine, can you see the screen correctly now?
No,
You can see
not
clearly?
yet.
Is your problem fixed, right? Yes, okay, Adam. Nadine, you can't
Yeah, I
still?
don't really understand the writing.
Okay. What exactly don't you understand? We didn't get to writing yet. Like, we didn't write, we just read.
No, I don't understand.
Okay. Maybe you're just saying that because you didn't try to write, okay? I don't understand. If you get to writing and you can't write, then say to me, I can't write, right? Anyway, just now, let's get to an empty paper. On the next page, page 166, okay? But first, I want you to, in your book, to highlight the stuff I highlighted here. The
Mister,
same
I
thing.
didn't finish highlighting.
Yeah, that's what I was telling the guy. Finish
I
highlighting
can't
first.
see
Okay, Nadine, I'll send you.
it. I can't see it.
Okay, I'll send you a screenshot
I
of
can.
this. I understand.
I see it. I see it.
You can see it now? All right, great. Please highlight the same things or underline. If you don't have a highlighter, just underline it. I think you guys are done, right? We need time to
No.
actually write, right? So please finish quickly. I'll give you like
I'm
30 more.
almost done.
Okay, I'll give you like 20 more seconds and then we'll move on. Okay, now let's get started. All right, guys. So I will just take a picture of this real quick, send it to Mr. Han. She'll send it to you so that anyone who will not like have finished highlighting, they can do it later. Okay, but now we need to actually get to writing. Let's write about our visit to a museum, okay? So we'll do that together here. All right, let's try to create a title or just maybe just steal the title, right? I think treasured memories can work with everything. Don't you think?
Or we could
No,
do
no, no,
it.
no. Nadine, we're trying to
like-
make it easier on us, okay, to us, because the exams are coming
Amazing
soon, and
memories.
we want to like try to answer things in as less time as we can. So the easier we make
Mr.
it to
Interpoint.
ourselves, the better it is. Okay, if you're telling a recount, it's something that you have done and probably you liked because that's why you actually want to talk about it, right? So it will be treasured memories. Okay, let's write the title again. This is gonna be our heading, treasured memories.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
You're lagging so badly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're lagging. Hence,
Am I still lagging?
No.
no, not right now.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's continue anyway. All right, guys. So let's begin. We can begin with the same, with even the same beginning, right? We'll try to first have the same beginning as the one that we have read about. Like last year, I had the opportunity to attend or visit, right? So let's write this right now. Last year,
Mr.
lagging again.
You're lagging.
What's
Yes.
happening today?
Mister, you didn't leave indent
Yeah, I don't
before
need
you
to.
write.
I don't need to. I don't need to in recounts.
Okay.
Maybe you can do this in a report, okay? Like a very formal kind of writing. Maybe then you will leave an indent. But in like other stuff that are
Yes.
kind of personal, it's okay not to leave an
Except for
indent.
me.
Actually, do not leave an indent, okay? Yeah, as it says, just start like this. Okay,
You're
so
lagging.
last year I had the opportunity to visit. Okay, so here is something that many guys don't do. Guys, I want you to leave a line empty, like you write here in this line, and then you leave a line empty and then write on that other line. Like write on every other line. It will make your writing more neat.
If you don't leave a line, you will be like KG.
It's like basically you will not finish the 2 pages because you are given 2 pages. Remember in past papers. In past papers answer sheet, you're
Yeah.
giving.
I didn't finish uh, the whole line. Only wrote a bit of it.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I understand. I mean, whenever you finish a line, okay, don't write on the very next line, like here. No, leave it empty and write on the other line. All right. In that way, you will be able to finish the 2 pages because we want to finish as much as many as we can of the lines. If you write only 1 page and leave the other empty at all, like without writing nothing in it, you will lose a lot of marks too because
Should
you didn't
should
fill
we
the
write with
content.
you?
You didn't finish like writing the same word count that they need from you. Okay, it will seem better if you do it this way. Yes.
So does every new
A page
paragraph
and a half or
do we skip
something?
line?
Okay. I need to actually listen to. Yeah, Asir.
Yeah. Every new paragraph, do we leave a line?
If you originally leave a line, then if every new paragraph you leave 2. Okay.
Mister, should we write with you?
Yes, please.
Mister,
Guys, if you really have a question,
exam.
if you really have a question about the exam in general, leave it at the end so that we can still focus on this, right? And we don't lose focus. Okay? We'll stay after writing this, we'll stay for like 10 minutes or so just to discuss any questions that you have. Okay, so yes, so far,
Can you send a new link because this session is about to end?
don't worry about it, I will. All right, so I had the opportunity to visit, let's say a name of a museum. Let's say maybe the Egyptian Museum. So the Egyptian museum. With who? We have to say with who went with me.
with my family.
Okay. With my family. Okay. So at the very beginning, I just stated who did I
One
go with.
second, you're writing so fast.
It's okay. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. So it tells who went and where did they go to. And then right after that, we'll just retell again the same one as we read in the sample. It was an unforgettable experience. It was an unforgettable experience.
You're lagging.
I'm writing.
No, I can't see the screen.
I think you are too, honey. Just wait, it will fix itself, okay? So it was an
With my
unforgettable
family,
experience.
and after it was
Yeah. It was an unforgettable experience that I thoroughly
Mr. After
enjoyed.
my family. Mr.
That,
After my family, do you put a dot? A
yes,
period?
of course, it's right here. Of course. Let me make it bigger,
Okay.
okay? That I thoroughly enjoyed. And yeah, here's the thing. You can't write here. Like this place, you can't write in it. These areas, you can't, the blank area, you can't write in it. Whatever you write in it will not be counted. And actually, this will be an indicator that you don't know the rules for checkpoint and they will even make you lose more marks. So please don't write on the very right or left, just write on the line itself. Now, what if you are writing and you didn't finish the word? For example, let me write the word thoroughly again. It's a very long word, okay? What if I'm writing it here at the very end of the line? I'll write it here. Like that. I'll put a hyphen and then continue the rest of the word on the other line. It will be okay. Don't worry about it. Just write a syllable or something and leave the other syllable on the other line. Okay?
Mr. What does thoroughly mean?
Thoroughly means all of it. Like I enjoyed all of it.
Mister, you
Yeah.
wrote middle of everything.
Come again?
You wrote in the middle of the sentence in capital letters.
The word I, or which letter? You mean the letter I?
Yeah,
Which one is it?
I.
Yes, I
Yeah.
should be capitalized anywhere in the sentence.
That's I.
Yes, honey. If it's this one, I you're talking
Okay.
about, it should be capitalized anywhere in the sentence. If you mean Egyptian museum, it's because it should be capitalized as a proper noun. It's the name of a place. Okay? All right, next part. Yeah, let me just read what we write again. Yeah, we said how long did this trip last for, okay? So you can just write about how long did it last for. Like it was held, this trip was for, like, you can just say it was a 1 day trip, okay? In a beautiful, or just skip this. Okay, this is okay. I'm okay with this as an introduction, what we have written so far, right? Aren't you too? Yeah, I think this is okay as an introduction.
After enjoy what?
After what?
After enjoyed we write.
Yeah, nothing. That's a dot. It's a full stop. Nothing. Okay? Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed. Now let's begin the new paragraph. Okay, in the next paragraph, we'll say about what happened at the beginning of the day. All right. Let's say here, uh, at the beginning of the day.
Mr. Yunus, you have to leave 2 lines before for a new paragraph.
Exactly. Yes, that's what. Yes, exactly. But only if you're distracted, maybe you forget. At the. Thank you for your reminder. At the beginning of the day.
I don't. You're writing anything.
Yes, at the beginning of the day, and then we'll see what happened now. Okay, what do you guys suggest? Maybe you can write about when you arrived, right? Or the place you arrived at the beginning, right? At the beginning of the day, we arrived at the huge gates of the Egyptian museums. Okay? Oh my gosh. Internet is terrible today.
ادم عمر ازاي مس ادم عمر بيتريق
Okay,
عليا.
guys. So the link, actually, the meeting will end now. So we'll take like a break of 2-3 minutes before we continue. I'll try to fix the internet and then get back to you. Okay. So we'll join again, but only after like 2 or 3 minutes. So take a break, drink some water, wash your face, and then come back. All right. All right, guys. See you. Bye for now.
Okay.